doing a little jig.
He's a funny little guy. That's like a super bootleg.
Yeah.
You can tell because his arms are sewed on like sideways. Hey everybody, welcome to episode... I didn't check.
44?
40-something of the Nitrad podcast. What is this? This looks a little bit different, doesn't it? We're on the floor. I don't have a couch yet. I just moved out. This is my new apartment, guys. I think I mentioned in like the Patreon Discord chat. I might have mentioned it on the past I definitely mentioned on the past podcast that moving out. Finally did it. This is my new office, but again, I'm waiting on getting a futon in here. And future podcasts will be this, but there'll be a futon right here, and we'll be sitting in it, and it won't look like this. But this is all we can do right now. We're sitting on the ground. Got some sick Bionicles here. Bro, we'll just be playing with Bionicles.
Quagsire.
This guy.
Got Pikmin. Got Snoopy. I like Dry Bones. Dry Bones could probably beat any Bionicle aside from the Mask of Light.
The Mask of Light would burn him, but like any other Bionicle would hit him, he would just crumble and he would just get back up.
This doesn't even look like he has like knees. It kind of looks like he has black socks.
Did he? Does he even have knees? And I guess he does.
Like that would probably be like the end of his leg there. Yeah. Right. But like it looks like he's just wearing some black socks.
It's so weird that it would even be like a different piece of fabric. You think they would just make it white all the way through? I don't know. I don't know what the floor plan for bootleg plush toys look like. How much resource they put into that.
They made a bootleg of King Koopa from the Super Mario Bros. Super Show.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I
think you showed me that.
I kind of want it.
When you see when you see like plush toys, like even if they are bootleg, just based on like not the current vanilla version, like the old ass shitty show design Koopa. It's like I want that plush.
I've seen King Koopa. I've seen Dark Bowser from Bowser's Inside Story.
Oh yeah.
I've
seen the Dark Bowser too, actually.
Dry Baby Bowser for some reason, or Bowser Jr.
They make bootleg plush toys of characters that Nintendo doesn't. So that's kind of like, the bootleg can be kind of, I remember I used to buy a lot of bootleg plushies when I was in college, because they'd be $5 off of eBay.
And you're still getting the thing you want.
Yeah, and you just like, it looks like shit, but that's still Dry Bones on my little shelf, so whatever, why not?
Oh man, I'm hoping they're going to do King K. Rool sometime, because I know Nintendo's going to be lazy.
I want a bootleg King K.
I just want King K. Rool merchandise.
Yeah.
Amazon has like sold like things that are like rugs and like I think it's like coasters and stuff, and I'm like, who's making all this King K. Rool merch? I'm like, what?
Clearly not Nintendo. No, Nintendo doesn't like. They didn't even make that character.
No,
it was Rare. That character,
Rare, thank you for making one of my favorite villains of all time.
I didn't mention that update video. I want to cover Dinosaur Planet as well.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah.
Nice.
I don't know if I'll be able to. It's too fitting, though, because I covered Star Fox Adventures, and I have, like, a very nostalgic connection to that game. And I feel like I have, like, a nostalgic connection to it in the sense that, like, I really appreciate old, crappy, clunky Rareware shit. Like, in the way that I love Jet Force Gemini. I don't think it's, like, a great game. It doesn't control well. It had better controls than the Xbox version. It is a lot better. But I don't think it's, like, you're not going to play that over a new, like, really well-made game. But Star Fox Adventures feels like a really polished version of that with the GameCube 60 FPS. It's just kind of weird, like, adventure-y kind of Rareware shit. And seeing the original, like, N64 graphics, like, bad frame rate, like, we're pushing the hardware kind of version of that makes me really excited. Because that's the bit of a Star Fox Adventures that I do appreciate, because I don't care about the Star Fox series. I just like that thing as it's, like, the project, that Rareware thing that it was. And a lot of people didn't really take that from my video. They just kind of thought I was like a shitty Star Fox apologist. And whatever, maybe I am, but I want to clarify that a little bit in that video. But yeah, I could have criticized that game a lot more, because like that game has a lot of difficulty. Like, it's so easy. There's no challenge to that game whatsoever. I didn't even mention that. I probably should have. But yeah, so we should probably talk about doing April Fools. I'm sure people want to hear about that, because that was something we did together.
What a blast.
That's what I basically spent all of March bouncing between working on that, and then at the same time I was also starting the moving process. So I kind of ended up editing that on the tail end of starting to get my stuff over to this apartment. But I was still editing it at my parents' house, because I didn't want to move my PC and get all that like moved over until that video was done. And that was really stressful, editing that like in the middle of a move. Hoping I'd get it done on time. I did. I got it done 2 days before. Then that got out, and I put it up, and the live reaction was so good.
Oh, it was so nice.
I think it was my favorite live reaction I've seen. Yeah.
Oh my god. Kai was like judging me so hard. He was like, we were gonna go to get food, and literally as I was watching, like, I watched the first loop, which was just the full review, right?
Yeah.
And then once we got to the second one, our ride came, and I was like, well, shit, now I can't watch it. I used up all of my data plus some for that entire month
of
April, just so I could watch the reaction, because that's the payoff there. Yeah. And Kai was judging me for it, being like, it's like, why don't you just watch it when we get home? I'm like, well, no, I want to see everyone's reaction to it, because
exactly.
That's the payoff for me, is seeing how it impacts people. Just like see how excited they get, or they're curious, or
and it really felt like that. Because I didn't know how the reaction was going to go. This is a different sort of April Fool's thing. A lot of people were like, I can't wait for Eric Andre Part 3. Yeah. I'm like, well, that's not what this is. And I was nervous about putting it out, but it's like, the reaction to it, because I thought it was, one thing I kept saying is I thought it was being a little patience testing with that second loop being so close to the first one, being the same thing, just like very minor differences. And I felt like I was asking for a lot of people's, like, that's 8 minutes of your time watching the same review.
Yeah.
But while I was worried about that, the viewer count didn't really go down much like I expected.
Yeah.
Because I thought people would just click off after they see the same video load. But no, people kept coming in, and people were like in the chat trying to figure out, like, is this the same thing again? Did that line sound a bit different? Wait, is this a loop? And then when you get to the conversation with Salty, it's completely different. Yeah. And that's when people were like, oh, Salty remembers, and Brady's evil, and this and that. And people were putting it together.
Are scared of me. I'm sorry. Yeah. I don't mean to be scary. Like, I mean, like, I know I'm big and scary and Brady. But
you're very tall. But you're like a whole head taller than me. A lot of people don't realize that, but like, you are quite a bit tall.
I'm taller than you. 6'2".
Yeah, I'm only 5 foot, like 6, 5'7".
Yeah,
I'm not terribly tall.
Yeah, you're pretty tall when it comes to like sitting down, like, because I'm always like kind of slouched. I'm like,
like that. I try to sit up like straight as if I can.
I really gotta get better at doing that.
Yeah. No, it's a good habit again too. It just helps your back.
Yeah,
it does. I tell you to sit up straight and you don't, but it's like you do, and then you stop getting back pain. I'm like, why haven't I been doing this?
Really gotta stop doing that.
Yeah, that was me back in college. I started sitting up straight and ate a world ever. Like, go fucking figure.
Yeah.
It's like when I stopped eating hot dogs and pizza every day, and I stopped getting zits bad. I'm like, well, go fucking figure.
No more hot dog, no more pizza.
Yeah, I still get zits sometimes. Not nearly as bad as I used to. That,
like the whole April Fool's thing was really good, because so many people were like being like, no, that's different, no, this is different, what the hell, and then like just me breaking from like the neutral days of like a script, and then people were just like, what the fuck? Yeah. And I'm like, and all I did in the chat that entire night was just
I saw you pop smiley
faces and say, makes sense.
Makes sense, yeah.
And people were like, Brady, what is this?
I was so happy you did that.
Yeah.
Salty also joined the chat and just typed in, yo, you guys play iCarly? Yeah. But I really put a lot of thought into that special. Because I was thinking about it, because I walk home from my girlfriend's a lot. Well, I used to. Now we live together, so we're not doing that anymore. We still go for walks, but most of my, like, there's like, you're reviewing a game, just making observations. But when I think more about like the mechanisms of stuff, I usually think of that when I'm walking, and then I write it down on my phone and elaborate on it later. So a lot of those ideas and like the different like mechanisms of it, I thought of all the puzzle pieces when I was like just going on walks.
Yeah.
And I would write down a lot of things. I'm like, hey, I always do a guest thing. Maybe I could do Salty. I'm friends with Salty. Yeah. He'd probably do a thing for me. And then it's just like, well, he has to do with iCarly, and it's just like, well, I'm not just gonna have it for the sake of a collab because I don't, whatever.
Well, there's no reason to, right?
There's no reason. So then it's like, well, what's the reason for this then? Because I always have guests, but that's not the reason. This guest has to drive the plot forward somehow.
Yeah.
So I ended up using Salty as a plot device to be able to get to that point, to have another person who isn't Brady that I get one phone call with per loop that just gets a little bit more across each time. And I thought, okay, that is a really good purpose for that. That is not just, oh, Salty's there just to say, hi, I'm Salty, you guys know me. Like, a lot of people are really excited. There's a lot of Salty fans in the chat. Very, shout out Salty DK Dan for being part of this. Buddy's
shout out for Salty DK Dan.
He is honestly like the chillest, fucking like coolest guy. Yeah. He is a delight to work with.
Oh yeah. No, like me and him just converse over Twitter comments, but like we're always having a fun time talking.
No, he's awesome. He sent me so many. The part when he's like, "Would you poop and pee every time?" LOL. Like, I didn't. That's just what the line said. I wrote LOL on the script, thinking he would just laugh. But I wasn't really thinking that, because when I write scripts, usually they're for me. So when I see that, I just remember, oh, I'll just laugh here. But he didn't know what I wanted, because the script just said LOL, which I didn't really think about. So he's just like, I got like 10 recordings of him being like, I don't know what you want me to say. Lol, LOL. And then there was one, the one I ended up using was like by far the funniest fucking one. And that just made it way better.
Yeah.
The little kind of shitty bit of communication there that he just kind of added to it. One of those little magical things.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see in the chat being like, Salty saved the day! And then I think, one thing I always wondered though is the payoff worth it? Because that thing's 40 fucking minutes long.
I think it's anything that really we do, and not from a narcissistic point, but like just to see like the crazy bullshit we do and just how we conclude stuff.
Yeah.
I find it's definitely a good payoff just to see our comedy, like sense of humor.
Because like a lot of Garanicor stuff has been like big long build-ups to something stupid.
Yeah.
And this kind of was a big long build-up, but like the inciting moment at the end where I unplugged myself from the fucking simulation, I tried to make that as jarring and like uncomfortable and like what the fuck, holy, like ripping you right out of your fucking comfort. I tried to make that as much of that as possible.
It turned out so well.
And the chat went bonkers. I had like I bought a pack of like nice like Flens kind of whoosh. That's what I had put over there. I paid for like a professional pack of like snow overlay. Yeah. So like the skit that it opens up on, the cold opening, pun intended, where I'm climbing the mountain. That was our friend Mark's video idea, which we mentioned in the April Fool special. Mark came up with, so I'm sure Mark was kind of like, haha, you guys credit me for my idea. Yeah. But it was snowing a little bit in that,
but not too crazy.
Yeah, but not too crazy. So I put like the intense snow effect over top the real snow that kind of blended together and looked really good. And that, it's funny because what it opens up on, that thing is like a 1.5-minute long buildup of intense walking to just fucking Alpha Getty.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just, and that ends up, that is like, just sets the precedent for what the April Fool's special is. It's more or less
our nonsensical
except it's like, and then we got a couple of Garanicor videos.
Yeah.
There's 2 new ones, that mountain climbing one, and then, the Wallace Stinkelberg sequel.
Wallace Stinkelberg's return.
Yeah. God,
Woodman Showdown.
It's fun bringing that character back.
Yeah.
He wasn't even a Garanicor
he was originally, actually, you know what, I just realized, we have 2, like, Garanicor themed characters that aren't even, like, original from Garanicor.
Yeah.
The one's from Bob Dunga's videos, Sauce Boss.
Oh, yes,
and then we have Wallace Stinkelberg, who was from Nitro Rad review, Croc 2.
Croc 2, yes. Because it was, I think the joke was like, I'm
Raging Ant or whatever.
I'm the evil ant, and I'm gonna blow this up. And I'm like, why would you just declare your name of the crime you're gonna commit? And then that was the joke. I'm Wallace Stinkelberg, and I'm gonna rob this. And then the video, that character, I guess, he just announces his name for no reason constantly, and then that just became a funny thing in its own right, even without the Croc 2 like.
So many people in my Discord just adore Wallace Stinkelberg.
Yeah.
So like when like they always talk about him, I'm like. I can't say anything, you're gonna be happy.
How powerful of a character in the Graniverse is Stinkelberg?
I think Wallace Stinkelberg is on the same level as Hercule or Mr. Satan from Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Okay, so, like, that's a good frame of reference.
Yeah, because like
we should use Dragon Ball characters for comparison.
Yes.
So like Sauce Boss would probably be like
I want to almost
Beerus
say,
or Weiss. Weiss.
I would say if anything,
or Whis.
Yeah, I think you'd be either Whis or like a Supreme Kai of some sort.
Yeah.
Like, he's definitely up there in the powers.
Yeah.
Man, like there's so many different characters we could just list off.
Who would be? I guess Pizza Jace is definitely Frieza.
Oh yeah, he's Frieza level chaotic.
He's chaotic. He's pure evil. Don't let the stupid Rick Moranis happy face fool ya. He's an evil motherfucker.
You know what?
Takes joy.
I'd say he's more of a Majin Buu.
Oh, yes, that's perfect.
That's perfect. Kid Buu.
That's perfect.
That's exactly that.
And
because Brandon, he's like Frieza, in my opinion.
Oh yes.
I am also like Frieza.
but when it comes to like actual power, I don't think Brandon's character ever had like any.
No.
Pizza Jace, we've seen him turn somebody into a black hole.
Yeah.
Like, he's powered.
Yeah.
He can manipulate reality. And we actually have a video idea explaining the origin of that.
Yeah, no, we were talking about that today.
And we might do that. We might just set up the green screen and be like, it involves two scientists discovering strange matter. And they're like, oh shit, this condenses everything. That's the whole Earth to the size of a pea. We can't let this get in the wrong hands. It's just Pizza Jace comes around the corner. He's like, that looks fun. I don't know. Fucking. Fucking.
Yeah. No, I love what we do with our humor.
It's gonna be. Thanks for the input, Brady. It's gonna be really nice filming that here because now I don't live with my parents anymore. I don't live with my sister and my family. Like we can be loud here. We're in a good spot. Like the walls are pretty good. There's no real dogs around here.
2 levels.
This is actually a 2-floor, 2-level apartment, which is really nice. I can't believe we got this. For this price too, it's a little bit on the pricey side, but between my girlfriend's got a really good job. That's got she's like a manager position. She gets bonuses, and between that and like I have good months and bad months of revenue, but between that and the Patreon helping like anytime I'm I think we'll be able to manage just fine. Because again, like we're gonna be better with like buying groceries and saving money more. Like before, I would just kind of buy. I'm gonna have to buy a lot less new video games. I have a lot of PS4 games, but just because that's the console I had when I was like, didn't have.
That was your library.
That was my library. I was like, I can buy all these new games because I can just afford it. But now that I'm paying rent on top of like other bills, it's like shit. I don't think I'm gonna be able to afford games as much. I already couldn't afford a PS5. Now I super fucking can. I don't know when I'm gonna get one of those.
They're starting to speed up though. I'm starting to notice. Cause, like I work retail, so we ended up getting 2 shipments of them within the same month, which is very new because it usually goes 1 month, no month, 1 month. And I'm like. Okay, good. Less people are going to call about it. Less people are going to get angry. I get more calls nowadays about people wanting Pokemon cards than... Because everyone is doing the rat race of pulling expensive cards and trying to get $10,000 out of a shiny Charizard.
That's getting popular again.
And it pisses me off because there are a lot of kids going without Pokemon cards right now. And it's really... like, back when, like, around our age, I was able to walk into a store, get Pokemon cards, come back the next day, and there's still a shit ton of Pokemon cards. And, like, I find that a lot of kids are gonna, like, miss out on the childhood because of the culture that's based around this is we gotta buy them all, and then we gotta sell them for high prices, and then... because we gotta profit off of that.
It's like the culture has shifted from... I like these things too. I like what this could get me.
Yeah.
And I think that is a really disgusting reason to get into something.
Yep. And
you know what I
mean? Coming from the guy who's been buying amiibo cards and literally...
You decided to start collecting the cards too now, huh? That was a bad idea.
It was one night I made a tweet. I said, I think I finally decided I'm going to collect all the cards.
Oh no.
And it's going to probably cost me... quite a bit.
2 trillion United States dollarinos.
Like I'm eyeing whether or not to get 1 card for a high price right now or get 6 cards for double the price.
Yeah.
Because like I'm looking at it and I'm like I don't know which one's gonna vanish and become impossible
which one
to
will
get
vanish?
Now.
Oh my god.
Like I gotta come up with like strategies for that stuff.
Oh, I mean, I've gone through that when I was looking nonstop on eBay for like 6 months straight or 8 months straight, like for Animal Crossing eBay cards, trying to find those the Ice Climber and Ice Climber Mario Bros. Ones.
Yes.
A guy named Seafoam Gaming ended up selling them to me. Thanks to that guy again if he's watching.
Props to you, Connor.
But yeah, Connor was his name. Yes. Yeah, that guy was awesome. Really helped me out with that. And then I was also like on eBay looking for tons of other cards. I ended up getting a good chunk. Man, I had to spend more money than I wanted to in some of those, but I really wanted to show it. And that video ended up being something I was very proud of.
I showed you the Isabelle card, didn't I?
Yeah, I can't believe that thing cost that. I didn't spend that fucking
literally
much money.
It's because Nintendo was like, hey, why don't we have a card in a magazine that's you can only get in Japan, and the only difference is Isabelle's smiling, and it's a different theme. And I'm like,
this is literally beyond parody. Parody would just recite what you just said as a joke.
What?
This is beyond parody. Okay. A parody of this would just say what you just said as a joke. Is what I mean. Is
through my brain.
Maybe I worded that weird. I don't know.
But yeah, no, I'm just like, well, okay, cool. I'm gonna have to get that. And then there's also a KK Slider one that is like $200, and all it is him walking with his guitar instead of playing.
I'm gonna take a picture of a cat being like, and charge $5,000 for it.
Yeah, because that's what you can do in this day and age. Yeah. It's poopy.
You ever heard of NFTs?
Oh yeah.
Oh god,
you were talking to me the last time I was here helping you.
I don't know if I brought this up on a podcast before, but like NFTs, like it's that to like the most ludicrous extreme, where it's basically attributing just like arbitrary value to the consumption of resources, and then like converting that into like that means I own this piece of art that I didn't make and no one gave me it's the worst fucking thing. I hate this culture of just buying and selling. How much wealth can I get? I don't care about the thing. I care about the numbers it can generate. And it's like, fuck off. I actually like Bionicles. Don't sell them for $2,000.
Like whatever happened to being like, well, at least you got your health. And that's about it. And then just like getting the things that you enjoy rather than getting the things other people enjoy and ruining it for them.
The fucking world we live in.
Filthy scalpers, I hate you.
Yeah, the world we live in is so motivated just by shitty fuckers just being greedy.
I'm gonna become what is the word? Vigilante. Batman, but I'm just gonna be Captain Amiibo, and I'm just gonna go around and I'm gonna beat up people I find on the buy and sell.
You're gonna make them sell it for MSRP.
Yeah, like I'm like you can't get it for higher prices, only close to the original price.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm just like, lower it!
Lower the price. No, that's too low. All right, I'll sell it to you.
And that's too much.
Yeah, that's what it. Yeah,
that's too much.
Or no, he doesn't say that's too
much.
That's
It's been a while since I sat down and looked at anything Star Fox Adventure or Dinosaur Planet related.
Dinosaur Planet. You may as well call it Dinosaur Planet. That's what it actually is.
You see that they also just recently got some Spyro early beta.
No.
Beta ones out now? Yeah, they got like early builds of Spyro out now.
Oh, like Spyro 1 on PS1?
I think it's 3 and 1.
But the PS1 games.
Yeah.
God damn, that's cool.
It's really cool. That's awesome. I'm like, shit. I'm really liking how we're finally starting to like do all this good data mining and
you know what else I've been seeing too?
What?
Gex 3's beta.
Yeah, that too.
There's a Twitter. I retweeted a couple tweets from it. Some guy found Gex's 3 beta and just posted shit from it. I'm like, this is fucking cool.
Yeah.
There's like areas that were unused that didn't make it in the final game that would have hosted levels they never ended up putting in. It's like I love that shit. It's cool.
I'm just happy that we're getting all this cool stuff, and it's like things that I didn't think we'd ever see again.
Yeah.
Like something new from Cooley Skunk was one for me.
Yeah.
We got Gex now. We have Super Mario World info.
All that Mario 64
big Giga
stuff.
Leak. That was incredible.
I think that stuff is like there's a lot of like conversation around how ethical that is, but honestly like you're not gonna damage the reputation of Nintendo. They're so big and powerful. It's better for us, for them. So
on top of that, it's preserving its history, if anything.
And if they refuse to, then
we're gonna take it into our own hands.
Yeah.
Literally, what do you think people do when they excavate tombs and stuff? They're taking it from the original people and still collecting their history.
That is an interesting way to look at it.
Yes.
Like, if they won't do it, we kind of got to take it, and it belongs in a museum. Yes. Nintendo, it belongs in a museum. But they just want to, they want to literally delete it off the store after 5 months.
Like, literally, emulation, and we talk about this a lot, emulation is the closest thing we got to preserving properly. Yeah. And it's a pain that Nintendo is coming in here being like, take it down. Yeah. But people are going to say, no, fuck you.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't wait for the day where like Nintendo finally smartens up and they're like, okay, we're just gonna put all of our games on a storefront.
Yeah.
They gotta get better price points. They gotta stop charging $80 for old games.
They gotta stop charging like not $10, like $30 for like a Nintendo Entertainment.
I think
System
say
Golf.
Ed and Eddie.
Like NES Golf. Like
it's
that type of BS.
I miss the Wii days where NES games were $5 a pop.
Just go Wii Shop Wednesday.
Yeah, Super Mario RPG. Captain Amiibo and
Luigi.
I know. I forget.
Nitro Red in the Dry Bones.
You never watched Nirvana, the band, the show, have you?
No, I haven't.
Me neither.
I only watched the clip.
Yeah, I have so many friends that have told me about that show over the years, and then that clip went super viral on Twitter, and still like making rounds every Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever it is. Yeah, we shop Wednesday. That is like a really good web series. It's all on YouTube. It's like
I was gonna sit down and watch it. But
we should watch it together sometime.
Hell
or something. But it's like I love Wii era web content, like Screw Attack kind of stuff. I'd say that in the iCarly, the era of game trailers, Screw Attack, and the Wii.
I love that. I love that so much. That was really good.
Yeah, YouTube poop joke. And
I like going, like even just going back to like Brentalfoss's old videos when he's like Scooby-Doo attack, and I'm like that's enough for me.
Yeah, that's
I just go back. I'm like I'm done.
It's like when you go up and you just like you're not hungry, you just want a little cookie, and you're like a little bite. That's good.
Yeah, like I miss when things are just like from the past, like just taken away from us. Like I miss watching the old Machinima stuff just for like nostalgia's sake. And then I have to track down a re-upload because the entire channel and everything's gone.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
A lot of like old Screw Attack stuff's gone because it's like
Screw Attack
now.
Projects being like canceled. Like it's just it
old
sucks.
stuff gets lost because the people that make it just don't preserve it.
Yeah,
in general, with everything, media, everything, you know.
Yeah, no, if you are going to create something, you have to be prepared to preserve it as well.
Yeah,
I find because like, even like with computers nowadays, when we got rid of Flash, you have to get like a program to run Flash stuff nowadays.
And the thing is, like, I want to review all those Bionicle Flash games next year. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to make those work again. Yeah, like I'll have to do it in Firefox or Netscape or something.
I just don't understand it. I'm like, what's the point? Like, what? Why? No.
It was like it was a security thing.
Yeah.
Like cut Flash or something like that. I don't really know.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody in the comments will know.
Just please, I want things to be preserved because like back in like the early days of film, like there's like 90% of like old silent films like
it's I don't know if it's that much, but there's some like incredible really big percentage of old films are completely gone, no traces of because that is back when films have been around for like 120 years now. But back then, it was like their new thing. They didn't really think of that. These are being printed on old cells that are not going to last forever. It's physical media, and they never preserved it. And now it's gone forever. And the same will happen to video games. They're like, imagine a time 200 years from now when like most DVDs don't work anymore. They're too scratched up, or maybe they just deteriorated, or the data on them. I don't know. And it's like if we didn't preserve that software somehow, then all that's going to go away eventually. Yeah. Because the companies aren't going to fucking do it. They just want to make money off it. Like, Jim Ryan, you see that quote from Jim Ryan of Sony being like, why do you want to play PS1 games?
Because it's your history!
No. We got new games, right? You should play new games. And that's their fucking response to this whole thing. You should play new games. Fuck you, I want to play Gex 3! Ah! We can bitch and whine about this for fucking years. Oh, yes. I feel like we bring this up like once every second podcast.
We should. The advertisement for the podcast should be funny, preservation.
Yeah.
Haha.
I mean, like all my videos is just showing you a whole thing from back then, and that's what I'm all about: is preserving information, preserving history. And my way of doing that and contributing to it is like thoroughly investigating what this weird game is, and then you come out of that video being like, oh, I know what that game is now, and that's like, cool. That's all I want. That's all I want to do. Yeah, welcome to the episode 123 of episode 39 of the NetherRad Episode Podcast. Whenever I try to like do that, I just say the word episode over and over. Welcome
to the episode 25. My name's Episode.
I got some episodes in the fridge if you want a cool one.
Episodas.
What did you say earlier? I took a bite of your taco.
Oh, okay. So, all right, we already have like a Granicore idea for something, but we went to Taco Bell. I ordered tacos, which are now like $6 fucking.
Yeah, they've upped the price on everything. It's too expensive.
It's dumb. So what we did, we went over and sat down, and James ate his big crunch, and then like as he's like, he reaches over, grabs my taco, and he's like, and I'm like,
I took one bite out of it.
Yeah, but you looked like you were like a crocodile, like eting a baby bird.
I guess I did do that.
Yeah, you were just like,
well, I just thought that'd be funny.
And I just watched, and I was like, man, that's Grand Theft Taco.
Grand Theft Taco.
And then we heard some guy being like, that's a lady from. I seen this lady at Walmart, and I just lost it.
You ever hear, like, the last 4 words of a random stranger's conversations that go by? Like, Brady just hears, saw this woman at Walmart. Like, some guy walks by us, and Brady starts laughing his ass off for, like, no reason.
Yeah, so I was just like, man, fuck. I was like, we gotta go. And then we went, and then we were like, let's get coffee. Yeah. So we got some coffee, and then we started filming.
Yeah, we came here to do the podcast. We're like, we need coffee in us.
And we forgot to get it.
And then we had to go back and get coffee again. But now we're here, and we're doing it, and it's like fucking 6 p.m. Long day. Getting stuff sorted up. It'd be a nicer day if I had a futon in here. Yeah. Or a couch or something to sit on.
Hey, we got floor, though.
God, I ordered one from Walmart, but, like, UPS just keeps bringing sucks. It. And UPS, like, knocks really gently on the door once so I don't hear it and leave a slip and leave. And now I'm, like, I don't know how I'm going to get... I might just, like, cancel the order and try to get a refund and just get one.
I think you're going to get a better one at IKEA.
I think I can, because the one I got at Walmart, it was a really good deal. It was really cheap, but it's because...
How much was it?
It was, like, $80. But it was because it doesn't come with a futon cushion. That's why it was so cheap. So I might just try and get this thing sent back anyway.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'll probably do that before next month's podcast. Oh, next month's podcast is going to be like in a week. I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Shit. Fuck! Oh, yeah. Well, and maybe, hopefully in a week I'll have a futon. If not, you might see another podcast of us on the floor.
You know what? Next podcast, if it's within a week, we'll have a lot more time for questions. Because we're not going to be doing questions this time, unfortunately.
Oh, yes.
Sorry about that, guys.
Oh, I guess I didn't do that, huh? Yeah, we're super jumbled up and all over the place.
Yeah, he's a busy boy.
This has literally been the busiest past, like, 19 days of my entire life.
Yeah.
The amount of walking and lifting and shopping and
you're gonna be nitro jacked.
And oh my god, I feel like I've lost a lot of weight in 2020 just from walking a lot. I feel like I probably lost a little extras from fucking.
Probably got some big muscle gain too. Look at that.
Let's see how strong I am. I'm not a particularly fit person. Yeah. I walk a lot. But I've been eating. I've also been eating a lot better this month too, because now we're just getting groceries, because we used to eat out all the time. Not all the time. We would order in more often than we should, is what I should say, because we weren't going to restaurants. It's COVID. What am I talking about?
COVID, dude.
Uber Eats was a good friend of ours, and that stuff racks up a little bit more. Okay, let's see if I'm strong. Does that look strong?
That's pretty solid.
I don't know. I think it still looks like nothing. I
ain't got nothing. I'm like.
Yeah, you got a big Brady boy.
I got blub arms. I got blub arms.
Oh god, no, that's hard. That's rock hard, dude. No, I think you're packing a little more heat than you think. What was I saying about tacos?
Uber Eats.
Yeah, Uber Eats.
Uber Eats.
So it's just because, like, when we're at our parents' house, you can't use the kitchen without hearing Judge Judy blaring from the next room, and you're not getting that on the floor, right? It's like no matter where, it's like you're. Yeah.
It's like when you're cooking in the kitchen, I'm not going. You're not getting that on the floor, are you?
It's like you're gonna make a mess. It's like, yes, that's what happens when you cook. You clean it up after. Leave us alone. So now we have our own kitchen and we can make whatever we want, and we've actually been eating quite healthy. It's been really cool.
I hate the idea of it being an inconvenience to do necessities like eat. Yeah. Because like,
oh god.
As you know, my mother lives with me, and like she just sucks her teeth when like she hears the slightest thing of me like making something, and it's like 11 o'clock, and I'm like, yes, I work, I eat. Yeah. That is normal. If you don't like, get the fuck out. Like
it's like, it's like I love my family. I love my parents. God bless them. Amazing. They've been amazing parents, and they've supported me my whole life. But it's just like, this situation sucks, and I need my own place. You know.
Well, and, you just get to a point in life where it's like you need to have your own space. Yeah. Because
and it's been amazing having my own space. Again, like being able to cook whenever I want. We make pancakes at 1 in the morning if we want. It doesn't matter.
A friend of mine has an apartment by himself, and he literally, he's like, I had the strangest realization. I live alone. Yeah. I can walk around naked. And he's just like, I'm just walking around just completely butt naked. Yeah. And then like, I'll have like a house coat or something like just like on a chair in case like I hear a knock at the door.
That's amazing.
And I'm just like, hey, if you have the freedom, go ahead.
I've done that a little bit. Now that I've got the I didn't want to obviously because we got windows.
Yeah.
But I obviously don't want people looking in our windows and like because we're on like the first floor.
Got blinds and stuff.
So we got blinds and curtains and stuff, and I got some like tint on the windows just to like still let in a lot of light without having because it's an apartment building. There's people around. I don't want people peeking in. But now that we got all that set up, there's been some mornings where I just wake up and I'm like, I'm just gonna walk all the way to the bathroom naked because who cares? I can do this. No one's here by myself, and it just feels really cool exercising that right. Like I could never do this before. Yeah. I'm gonna walk to the bathroom, my willy out, and get a shower real quick. That's the life.
I don't need to bring clothes to the shower anymore. God, that sounds like a dream.
I don't need to bring clothes to my willy anymore.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know. You gotta get him over there.
I gotta get him over there.
Get him over there.
Did you call him to say you're on your way?
Yeah, no, I couldn't find him. Where's Willy, dude?
Where's Willy? That sounds like an N64 game. Where's Willy?
Imagine the cover, the DVD cover of "Dude, Where's My Car," but it says "Dude, Where's My Willy."
And the guy has big, like thick cup glass.
Oh, like glasses, bottles.
Yeah,
from,
bottle glasses. Yeah.
Or Stevie from Malcolm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So big, thick glasses.
Yeah. I need glasses. My vision's getting kind of bad.
I've been noticing that with myself. Reading small text is a bitch.
Yeah, I can't read menus at restaurants anymore. Like, I used to have perfect 20/20 vision, but I guess I'm almost 27
well,
now.
I mean, working on the computer all day.
Yeah, and also
pulling the parent card, being like, you're staring at the screen too much.
But it's true.
It's true.
Yeah. And I need to get an eye exam sometime soon.
Yeah.
And there's a place, like, you can just... Don't ever go to Vogue Optical or buy glasses like in a brick and mortar store. Go get your prescription and type your prescription into like Zenni Optical or like there's a couple of online places and they just give you glasses for like a fifth of the price that like actual places charge for. I mean, they're actual glasses too. I know tons of people that do it that way and they're really good quality frames. So now that I know an affordable, because I never got glasses because I have an astigmatism as well and I would like to correct that. Yeah. But it's just like glasses are $1 billion, forget it. But I'm like, oh, I can do that for like $54.
That's not bad.
Sure. I mean, I should do that sometime. Next time I have a good month and I have a bit of money on the side, I think I'm gonna finally get glasses.
I was getting scared because what was it? One of my headsets, or headphones, were like bugging out. And,
and your
volume.
M50s?
Not my M50s, but just I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, my Bluetooth headphone was starting to go up and down, like the quality was just dropping, and I thought it was my ear for the longest time, and I was like, oh shit, oh god, and I'm freaking out, and I'm like, my ear's going, my eyesight's going,
oh, no.
I'm like, oh no,
entropy strikes again,
and so I do know that I'm probably gonna need glasses because like just looking on like Messenger at people's like icons and stuff, like I could see like Kai's like no problem.
Yeah.
And now it's just like starting to blur, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna need to get glasses soon.
That's been me. I am a little older than you too, so that was basically me like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And now I'm at a point like quite a bit past that.
So I'm gonna start looking like Cookie.
Or you could be like or you could be Stevie again from
Stevie.
Malcolm. But no,
guys, what are you doing?
They handled that character really well because in the first season, the joke is how slow he spoke. But when he became a regular character, they sped up how he talked a little bit, and I feel like that was they handled that. Steve was a good character. That's a good fucking show.
Yeah.
But yeah, we should get glasses together. I feel like I'm just gonna look like Milo from Atlantis.
You know what? That's badass as hell.
Yeah. I may look a little more mature. I'm getting older.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to look like a dad. Nitro Dad.
I was gonna say it, but I don't want to be that person because it's bad.
Hey, I've been on the Dad and Sons podcast. I know a dadder thing or two.
I mean, I got a bit of a dad body, so I'm like.
I'm slimming my way. I used to be packing on a little. I
kind of got that skater outfit going
right
now.
I was packing on a little bit just from not eating super well and not being active. Like I think between like 2018 and 2019, but this past couple of years I've been better with that, and I feel like I've been getting a little bit more. I'm not like fit, but I'm definitely a lot healthier than I was 2 years ago.
A little bit better.
Yeah,
you're balancing food and activity work together.
Body electricity. I've lost like 30 pounds in like the last 2 years.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Feels good to feel good. I do feel better.
Feel good.
Yeah, I recommend trying to eat better and trying to walk. Just walk like 5 hours a week is all it really took for me. But I mean, it's different for people, different metabolisms. Yeah. I had a nuclear metabolism when I was a teenager, so there's probably still an inkling of metabolism left in me.
I remember just like eating like scrambled eggs like every morning before school.
Oh, I ate a lot of
like,
eggs. Yeah.
I would like book it down to my my bus stop and then have gym class in the morning, and I was just like, I'm good to go. And like I was in the best shape of my life, and then I graduated.
And then you just had nothing.
And then I didn't get a gym membership.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But now I got Ring Fit, and I'm going to start doing that.
I got Ring Fit and Beat Saber.
Yeah, no. I don't trust Beat Saber no more. Ever since I fucked my knee up, I don't. I'm scared. I'm actually really scared to go back. Yeah. But I got a Wii balance board, and I guess I could like do like.
You play Wii Fit, yeah.
Yeah, I could play Wii Fit and Ring Fit at the same time.
Get 2 TVs.
Yeah, dude, the last like 2 weeks, I found 2 perfectly good like 20-inch TVs in perfect condition on the sides of the roads, and I just wiped them down.
20-inch TVs?
TVs.
That's not very big. That's a little tiny TV. That's like about the size of this one.
Which is not bad.
It's not bad. Like
they're good for like monitors. Like I just have additional monitors.
What's the resolution?
1080
or 720?
Probably 1080.
Yeah, because I think this one here is 720.
I think I have one that is like 780. I think
780. You mean 720?
Or 720?
Yeah, I would because this is my old. We put my better TV in the living room.
Yeah.
And for my office to play games on down here, I just have this old 720p one I had when I was a teenager. And I would like to get a 1080p one for this room at some time, but it's like, if you just had one to give me, sure, I don't want to buy it.
I'll keep an eye out for some TVs.
I ain't got chunk to change to spend on that. What?
yo, I could make like a small business called Tacos TVs.
Yo,
give me tacos, I'll give you a TV.
And then if you get enough tacos, you get to play hide Brady.
Where'd I go?
Brand new Brady. We got it. Okay. Yeah. Now do we talk about? I ran out of things to talk about. I was going to talk about Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. So Nicolas.
The way I've been unwinding lately, at the end of a long moving day, is the girlfriend and I have been watching a lot of Netflix. And we don't watch a lot of good movies. We watch a lot of, this looks bad. Oh, let's click on that. And then we just like click on random movies and then just to see what the first 5 minutes looks like. And then if we just leave it on, we leave it on. We just end up watching the whole thing. Literally because we're just like, what is this?
Yeah.
Well, let's find out. And we'll just sit through a whole 2-hour thing.
Jesus.
So we've been like, we watched a movie called The Core.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm watching a lot of movies again because it's interesting watching bad movies because you realize, I think a lot about why it didn't work and where it could have and where its strengths and weaknesses are. We watched a movie called The Core, which is like an apocalypse movie where like the magnetic core inside the Earth has stopped spinning and now the world's going to die and we have to go down into the center of the Earth to do a big crazy mission and do some shit and save the world. And it's like it's pseudoscience-y and they say a lot of like science babble. It doesn't make any sense and the acting is. Some characters are good, some are bad. The writing's kind of, I don't know. I felt like I like the pretentious, like, scientist, nerdy character that kept pretending to be Carl Sagan. I like the way, like, his sort of arc ended, or he's just, like, laughing at himself for doing it. It's like, what am I doing? And he's about to, like, die at the end. It's like, I don't know. There's parts of the movie that worked, but overall it was, like, a boring there was so many shots of just them in the ship doing nothing. The pacing really killed it, and I don't know. It was a decent idea. It was actually terrible. That wasn't Nick Cage. That was not a Nick Cage movie though. We watched all the other movies we watched were Nick Cage. That was the one that wasn't. We watched Knowing, which is a movie about Nicolas Cage, who's like a professor, and he finds like an old time capsule from like school from 50 years ago, where all the kids put the things in the time capsule. But there's this one little girl who knew all the dates of all the disasters of all time and was writing them all down and put them in this time capsule. She had the power to do that and did that there and nowhere. I don't know. And then so Nicolas Cage has this piece of paper with a bunch of numbers. Then he ends up like scanning the numbers, and then he realizes these numbers are actually the dates of all the 9/11s here, and then this day of this bombing's here, and then the day this plane disappears here. Oh my god! And it's like the shittiest fucking like thriller film. And the way he finds out, Brady, you know how he finds out that, what does those last number means? Oh, it is the time of day, the date, the year, and the geological longitude and latitude. And you know how he finds those out?
What?
Nicolas Cage is driving on the highway and just happens to be exactly where that disaster happens when it happens. He just happens to see the plane crash that is listed as the next thing. And he just happens to be looking at his GPS in his car the moment it happens. And he goes, "It's those numbers!" And then the plane fucking crashes. Boom! What do you think happens when a plane crashes?
Explosion.
90% of people on board are dead instantaneously.
Yeah.
So Nick Cage goes over to the plane crash. I gotta save everybody. Everybody's still alive in the plane crash, coming out of the rubble. People are on fire. Nick Cage comes over to a dude. "I can save you." The guy goes, "Ugh," and dies. And Nick Cage goes, "No!" And he runs into the next guy. There's a guy on fire, and he dies. And Nick Cage almost saves another guy, and they almost saves 10 people, and they die in front of him, which makes no sense. So they survived the plane crash just long enough for Nick Cage to get to them, for them to die in front of him, just so he can feel bad about it, so his character can have some sort of personal tie to that event, so he'll want to save the future, which makes no fucking sense.
Where's the sequel?
It is the most, convenient... Oh, there's no sequel. The movie ends with the whole planet dying.
Oh my god.
It's one of those fuck you endings like, oh, it was a Christian apocalypse the whole time and everyone went to heaven.
But, see, when you said the plane crashed, all I can imagine is Kirby on the Warp Star.
Yeah.
And it comes down and it breaks into 3 different Kirbys.
Oh my
god.
God.
And they start doing the dance.
And then, one of them was on fire. But it's why would they all survive that just so he can see them die, in 2 minutes? And that happens throughout the film so much.
If you don't have faith, you can't survive plane crashes.
It's the funniest fucking thing. They paint all these scenarios where the disaster happens. They don't die for some reason until Nick Cage is there, and then they die so he can feel bad. It is the shittiest fucking movie ever. I totally recommend it, though. It's hilarious. We watched so many more. We watched Left Behind, which was another weird, Christian, you'll go to hell if you're not if you're a sinner movie. He was in a couple of those for some reason. There's some weird story about his brother being a pastor behind why he's in that. And he's never publicly commented on religion, so I don't think he's actually religious. I think he just did it for his brother's sake. That's what I was told anyway. Yeah. But we watched one called Next, where Nicolas Cage is the super badass cool guy who dodges everything and nothing can hit him because he can see 2 minutes into the future. Well, I burped right when I said that. That was weird. It's 2 minutes into the future. And in 2 minutes in the future, I'm going to be Beelzebub.
Beelzebub, bust stop.
Shut up, Beelzebub, bitch. That's what I'd say if I went to hell.
A bunch of bees.
Beelzebub, a bunch of bees.
Oh my
he's
god.
covered in bees. When you say he's just covered in a bunch of bees, like at the end of the April Fool's video. You just made that up for no reason. I would try so hard not to laugh at that.
I got bees all over me.
But anyway, yeah, and then it's stupid. I don't know why they keep trying to frame Nick Cage as this badass guy. He's a weird looking guy,
he has the proportions of a vampire.
Yes!
But he has the motions of a mummy.
Yeah!
That's
it. He's a strange fella.
Yeah.
In the way that, Steve Buscemi's kind of a strange looking fella. He's
an odd dude, yeah.
But he has to, in certain roles, Steve Buscemi is charming and funny and a little bit oddball.
Yeah.
Those are the kinds of roles Nick Cage is really good at.
Yeah.
He's been doing those kind of oddball horror indie films recently.
He's gonna be going on to a Chuck E. Cheese one,
Willy's Wonderworld or whatever. And so I showed my girlfriend Raising Arizona, which is an old Coen Brothers a comedy movie with Nicolas Cage, where he's kind of this weird Southern guy who's kind of has a weird addiction to robbing stores, but he does it without a loaded gun. He's kind of like a troubled individual. But it's and then he falls in love with a police officer he sees there all the time, and they try to steal a kid together, and it's a big goofy. It's like a silly movie.
Yeah,
they steal a rich guy's baby because they had 8 kids. They don't need one, we have one. And then the whole movie is everyone's trying to get this baby, and it's a big comedy adventure. It's really fucking funny.
I love my baby, baby.
Raising Arizona is one of the best Nick Cage movies ever. That one I really recommend. It's a genuinely good movie.
I recommend watching Trapped in Paradise. It's a wonderful Christmas time Nicolas Cage movie.
Ooh,
it's also got Dana Carvey in it.
Yeah.
And it's really good. They're like 3 brothers.
That was Garth from Wayne's World, right? Dana Carvey. Yeah.
So there's 3 brothers, Furpo brothers. Yeah. And Nicolas Cage is one of them. Yeah. The 2 other brothers, I forget who the other actor is. Have you watched any of the Adam Sandler? You've watched 8 Crazy Nights, right?
Yes.
Do you know the guy who's like, why do Duvall wear that patch so he can use it as a blanket?
I don't remember much of the character. It's been a long
anyways,
time.
There's three brothers. One of them is Nicolas Cage. His other brothers are two.
Adam Sandler, Nicolas Cage sounds like a weird fucking combo.
Well, no, it's not Adam Sandler. It's not Adam Sandler.
Oh, it's not.
It's someone who was in films with Adam Sandler. I forget his name.
Yeah, you said it was Dana Carvey.
Yeah, Dana Carvey, and I'm trying to think about the other guy.
Or is it Dana Carvey?
Dana.
Anyways,
doesn't matter. Two brothers are in prison because they steal and they rob and they do all that shit, and they've been doing it for years. And then there's Nicolas Cage, who, in the movie, it starts off with this wallet falling out of someone's pocket, getting kicked around the subway station, and Nicolas Cage picks it up, and he looks at the money, and he's counting it, and then he just kind of, like, questions whether or not to take it, and he's like, oh, he's got kids, oh shit, oh fuck, and then he's like, oh jeez,
doing a lot of like,
and he's like, no, like literally, he's like Nicolas
Cage, all the Nicolas Cage,
and like he walks away, and then he comes back, and then he's like, and so he goes to a church. He goes to a church and he's like, Father, I stole a wallet. I found a wallet and I had the temptation to steal it, blah, blah, blah. And the money, but like, I know he's got
so
kids
much Christian shit in all these Nick Cage
movies. And you know what? The more I think about it, that movie had a lot of Christian like semblance in it, I guess.
Yes.
Like good faith, the representation of the three wise men. Holy shit! You're right. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage is in a lot of Christian propaganda films.
Yeah. Oh, so no, it literally is just like this comedy movie of these three brothers, and Nicolas Cage gets shooed into a robbery of robbing a bank in this small town.
And he's kind of like being like awkward Nicolas Cage kind
of. Yeah. And he's trying to be charming. Yeah. And he's trying, but he's weird, and he's trying to tell his brothers to fucking stop stealing. Yeah. Dana Carvey's trying to steal like Captain Crunch, like
this sounds awesome.
No,
what is this called?
Trapped in Paradise.
Because literally, Tori gonna watch this tonight.
Yeah. No, it's so good. It's literally just them. Struggling to get out of this small town of just good individuals.
I can't find DuckDuckGo. It got when I put the SIM card in earlier, rearranged all my apps. There it is. What was it called? Trapped
in Paradise.
Movie.
Yeah, me and my brother watch it every year. We haven't watched it this year though.
That sounds like a really good Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's funny as hell. I love it.
Oh, this is like older.
Yeah.
1994. Yeah. The 90s were definitely the the best Nick Cage movies, like Raising Arizona, Face Off, I think was also 90s. He had a lot of really good roles back then, and then he started doing everything and anything for no reason. It's Joe Lovitz?
Yeah, Joe Lovitz, that's it. Yeah.
Or John Lovitz.
John Lovitz. From The Critic.
Oh,
that's it.
This guy, Jay Sherman. Yeah. Yes. This guy. Yeah, so just those three. Yeah, I gotta watch that. Is that on Netflix?
I don't know. You probably have to take a look.
Probably might have to ask my good friend, the pb.com. And I don't mean peanut butter.
Smooth moves.
That's me running from the cops. Don't tell anybody. Anyway. I can just do that now. I can just scream in my own apartment. It doesn't matter because there's like not really anybody on the other side of any of these walls.
You were in a good position.
It's gonna be nice making Grindcore videos and also recording for Night I don't really have to work. God, I felt like I always had to wait for the opportune moment where nobody was making sound.
No one was showering.
Nobody was showering. The bathroom fans.
I'm sure if you were to go back through this library of, I can't believe we have like 40-something podcasts. That's quite a bit. Yeah. If you go back through them, you can probably like hear us and then go, oh, someone's in the shower, or like. It's like, hopefully that doesn't pick up.
Yeah, God. Because sometimes, depending where the mic is, you hear like the bass tone, and it's just like, fuck, you hear that. But now that won't be a problem at all anymore. That's going to be so nice. What I would like to do is, like, I got a new mic.
Yeah.
Actually, my desk is kind of right up here. Oh, shit, that doesn't go down that far. That's kind of But, yeah, I got a new mic here. It's an XLR mic. It's an Audio-Technica AT2020.
That's the one I got.
Yeah, so I think at some point we might try and get an interface with 2 inputs and have like nice audio and do a real podcast, and then it'll be $2.
Yeah, if you could get another cable, I could just literally pop my mic off and bring it over.
Well, I can just get another XLR from Long and McQuaid for like $15. Yeah. The shorter ones are pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Have like really nice audio us with our own mics and everything.
Yeah,
that'd be real cool. But
have a seated and nice little area.
Because I don't mind this on camera. This is an Asden mic. I used to use a Rode mic, but that thing just stopped working recently. So now I have this one, and I feel like this one peaks a little bit worse. It's fussy. It's a little, I'm not big on this mic. Let me know, anyone listening, by the way, let me know how you like the audio quality in this podcast and the previous couple, because we've been using this new mic for the past couple podcasts. Yeah. Hopefully this sounds fine. I'm not as big a fan of it. I feel like it could be better, but if it's fine, it's fine.
That was one of the struggles we had filming the April Fools, was like just monitoring it and being like, was it at the right setting, or oh shit,
making sure it's cranked down for any time that we scream. So and there are some bits in there that were a little clippy, not too bad, but a little more than I'd like.
Yeah.
But what else do we got to talk about?
You've mostly been moving.
What have you been up to this past
week? I was streaming a little while.
Oh yeah.
I was just doing my usual Crash Bandicoot, Mario.
Yeah.
I don't know what is happening with my throat right now. It's just spasming. I don't know.
Yeah.
Weird spasm? Body, Brady body.
Brady body.
Yeah.
Brady body.
It's all part of the amiibo die in my body. It's tapping in.
It's taking over.
Yeah, it's taking in. It's taking in.
It's taking in. What's that mean?
It's taking in. I'm feeling it. I streamed like 25 minutes of Balan Wonderland.
Oh.
Wonderworld. Fucking Christ.
They shouldn't call it Balan Wonderland.
I literally call it Bland Man's Wonderland. That is literally just what I call it now.
I really want to play that game and beat it. And
it's like I got through the first world and I was just like, wow, this is not Nights in the Dreams, and goddamn was Mighty Number 9 way better.
It really feels like they made some things first and tried to bridge it together and weren't given enough time to make it make sense. Like the dance numbers, you can tell that's one of the first things they made.
Yeah.
And then they weren't able to apply it in a way that made sense.
They got way too ambitious with the costumes, I found.
Oh yeah, they're like, we're gonna have 80 costumes.
Yeah.
It's like,
why do we need that? Why do we need that? Why can't you just do 5 cool power-ups?
The moment the trailer said that, I was just like, this will be a bad game. And I had so many people tagging me in it. Yeah. But listen, like, I feel like I know platformer game design pretty well at this point.
I remember one podcast I was like, man, I'm excited for Balan Wonderland.
Remember?
Like,
I said
you went, I don't know if you want to know about this, but
I don't know.
Gotta tell you this, bud. Gotta tell you this.
But that thing was not good. That thing turned out fucking shitty. Like, the moment the trailer was like, hey, we're gonna have this many things with unique abilities. And I'm like, okay, so it's either going to be the abilities are all just a different attacking animation and some of them do things, or B, it's going to be what it was.
Yeah.
And it was what it was, which is even worse. Like, I can't believe that thing's gonna make you, like, you can hold up the 3 costumes, you have to wait through a long animation to switch them, and each one gives you 1 move. And when I say 1 move, I don't mean you get a jump and a punch. I mean you get a jump or a punch. You have 1 fucking move depending on what costume you have. If you're in a gopher costume, you can slash. You can't jump. You need to find a different costume to jump. And then you want to punch again? You have to find a fucking costume that can punch. It is the most backwards, nonsensical, fucking gratuitously, meanderingly, what's the word I'm looking for?
Bullshit.
Tedious. The most tedious way to design that thing. It's like they had ideas and didn't think realistically how to implement them, and then you get a publisher like Square Enix, who, think about what Square Enix did recently. They took Eidos, the super talented Tomb Raider and Deus Ex devs, and they're like, here's the Marvel game, put this out in 5 days, and then that didn't turn out not so great. I feel like Square, if it's not a JRPG, Square doesn't fucking care, and they'll make you rush it out the door, and that's what happened to Balan Wonderworld. That's my speculation.
I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I wonder what would have happened if Balan Wonderland was being run by Sega. I wonder how that would have turned out. That would have been better.
Because Sega's bad for pushing things out before look at the Sonic series.
Yeah.
Sega's bad for that too. If it were under, it's so depressing too, because like I hope the blame doesn't land on Naoto Oshima and Yuji Naka.
And I see that in the comments and people being like, "Fucking Yuji Naka at it again," and I'm like, "Wow, look, an uneducated kid who plays video games
you don't
and
know,
it stops at the developers."
Yeah, you don't know what happened there. There is business, there's producers, there's people that control the money that funnel into the project, and they ultimately have the final call. What's in it, when it comes out, what it looks like. And it's there's so much more to it than just the developers made a bad game. There's way more to it than that.
Yeah.
And I love exploring that, and that's why I really want to look at Balan Wonderworld, because there's so much like just genuine like charmingness to it, like that character design.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love the character design. The cutscenes, I was like, as I was watching the cutscenes when I was streaming it, I went, "Oh no, why did you do this? Why does it have to be a bad game?" Because these look so nice.
There was passion and love there, and you cannot put. I don't think it'd be fair to put that on Oshima and Yuji Naka.
Yeah.
Man,
it ain't right. Yeah, no, like, and then like the first 5 minutes of me just trying to understand the controller was literally, okay, we got jump. Okay, that's also jump. That's jump. What the fuck? All of them are jump.
It's a stick and one button.
Yeah.
Yeah, you may as well play with a.
I thought I was literally playing. I thought I was playing a game on the Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
Was all these buttons here, and all of them were jump.
Yeah. Yeah, it's playing Sonic 1 on a Genesis. Yeah.
I was just like, what the fuck?
That game was far from finished. That game was like conceptualized stage. Like that is like alpha shit. And there's no level design. It's all basic platforms in front of each other, basic square.
It's just a pathway, if anything.
It's just a bunch of block squares. You go forward, and it's.
Look at this farmer guy. Yeah, okay, go up to the farmer. Oh, I'm done the level. Cool.
I get they tried to go for the whole bubbly dream world feel with the way the characters fade out. But why'd you use the weird dithering effect for it? That's not a bubbly fade out thing. That's this game is being optimized and is culling out characters. That's what that effect tells me. It doesn't tell me it's a bubbly dream world.
I'm just glad if I could have had the most shittiest experience with it. Thank God it was on the Nintendo Switch version.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get the PS4 version when I review it.
I'll drop off the Switch version too.
And then I can do some compare. I like to compare the versions.
Because like. Videos. Oh my God! There was this one point I got stuck in an area because it was there was bonus stuff there that you could collect, but the power up that you need to get up there required a jump power up. So you got the jump power up. I literally got soft locked into like doing the spring jump, and I was just stuck there. And then like I was like literally just mashing buttons trying to get out. I managed to get swapped out of the costume, and then I was able to get away. And then that's. Wow.
That sounds like, Brady, you know what that sounds like?
What's it sound like?
That sounds like a lot more fun than the actual game.
It was worth a laugh for that, but then I was just like, okay, completed the level. I was like, now we get to see what you're just throwing me into the boss fight.
Oh.
They didn't even let you go back to the overworld. They literally go, hey, you completed the second act in this world.
Yeah.
Here's the boss fight. And I was like, oh, okay.
So it's probably a short game then, huh?
And then, when you're warped back out, I immediately went right back into the boss fight, thinking that was another selection to go to another world. And I was like, oh, okay.
I hate games that do that. Like, just put you in the hub world so you can see what that button is. Also, in the hub world, they tried to do, like, a Chow Garden thing, but it was, like, a zero-effort thing.
It was more so like the Nights into Dreams, like, when you're taking care of the Nighttopians.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, for the Wii version. They have, like, that kind of, like, caretaking thing where you just take care of Nighttopians, which is like it was kind of similar to the Chow Garden. Yeah. So
it felt like when I played the demo, because I played the whole demo, and I felt like that whole thing just felt like low effort Chow Garden.
I don't know if you know, but when they did the first patch, they actually sped the character up. However, they might as well have not even said that in the patch because it doesn't really fucking matter because it's literally just one notch up, and I'm like, okay, this is not good. Why can't I run?
Not enough. Oh my God.
I didn't even experience the demo. I went in completely blind, being like, well, if I want an experience with it, I just want it blind. I don't want to see what it is before I make the investment, which was terrible.
Yeah.
Literally the second worst investment I've made on the Switch, aside from third. Pixark was one of them. Yeah, PixARK is like Ark Survival.
Yeah.
But it's like a pixel style thing, and I was like, this looks cool.
There's so many of those fucking Ark games.
So I went and bought it for like $19, and I went, okay, no, it's the one game I've actually returned.
Really?
I usually keep them to be like,
yeah,
I experienced that. It's on my shelf.
Yeah.
And literally, my manager is like, it's like, why didn't you just return it if you didn't like it? I was like, because when I play the game, it's not, hey, I beat it, I want my money back so I can go spend it on something else. Hey, I beat it, I'm keeping that on my shelf to remind myself that that was a goal, if anything, and it's a nice little collector's piece.
And you have it forever, and you like
collecting. I'm preserving it. I'm not recycling it.
Yeah.
Right? It's not repurposing it.
No, I mean, and especially for like people like us that are into like web content and making stuff, there's nothing wrong with having a lot of bad games because you might stream it or need footage of it sometime.
And sometimes you want to chuckle.
Yeah, like for me, like all of the footage you see in Nitrorad, 90% of it, like in really old videos I didn't do this, but now I do this. All footage is just me captured from my own collection. Unless it's like an NES or Super Nintendo game I don't have, I'll emulate it. That's like it.
Yeah.
Or like arcade stuff. But like every PS2 game, GameCube game, N64 game, like all that shit you see, I have those actual hard copies, and I recorded off of the original hardware because I really like the idea of whenever you see B-roll, it's always me behind the controller.
Yeah.
I like that. There's something about that I like.
Heck yeah.
And it's all going through the same equipment. It's all just me.
And even when it's two players, it's usually you and me.
Yeah. And there's something that makes the experience more fun when you do it that way. It's like you go up to your library. Also, that's one thing that's nice about moving out is I actually have a room for my library of games. It's up in the living room, not in the office. But if I need a game or to bring down here, because like the main consoles are upstairs. I have all of my because we have like between me and my girlfriend we have doubles of a lot of consoles. Yeah. We have like 3 PS2s. We have 2 GameCubes. So one here, one in the living room. A lot of that. But I have one of everything down here for recording.
Anytime Kai's like, I think I might get rid of the system. I'm like, no, you ain't.
No, you won't.
I was like, I'll buy you out. I was like, I'll buy you out. We gotta keep all the consoles.
Yeah, and I helped Tori make. We actually had 4 GameCubes. We each had 2. We had a working one and a broken one that we got for free forever ago.
Heck yeah.
Just because a friend was like, yeah, that might work, and I think I took it, and I think she had a similar situation or something like that.
Yeah.
But either way, we had 2 broken GameCubes, and I helped her turn one into like a really cool like flower pot. Yeah. I put that on Twitter. It got like a really good reaction. People really liked the thing. I thought it was really cool too.
Yeah, no, it was. Those are some really nice photos.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I don't take bad photos. I have the means and lighting and equipment to take good photos. Why wouldn't I?
Yeah, that was something I was doing. I had went to Bridgewater to go to Arby's.
Yeah.
Because we don't have Arby's around anymore, right? Yeah. So
I haven't here in a while.
I had the opportunity to go with my buddy Cosmo and my buddy Zeebly, and we went down to Bridgewater, and I decided to bring the GH3 with me just to snap some photos and try to familiarize myself with it a little bit more. Yeah. Because, like, I know how to, like, angle and do some filming stuff.
You've got pretty good at
really just try to understand, like,
it's all about composition.
So ISO and stuff like that.
The technical shit.
Yeah, so I started doing that, and then, like, a few days later, I went into Halifax with Kai and a few friends, and we just kind of went around, and I was just stopping, taking photos in the public gardens and stuff.
Right on. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, no, it's a little fun thing to do. So
if you want to get a nice lens for photographs, you know the Olympus 45.
Yes,
really nice.
That's
really
my
nice
next lens. I want to get.
All those GameCube pictures are taken on that.
Hell yeah!
And you need more space because it's zoomed in. You have to stand kind of far back. But the pictures look beautiful, especially because like. 45 millimeter, like our eyes see around 50 millimeter, so it's the closest lens
to the human eye.
To the human eye that I have. It is also a really cheap lens. It was, I think it's like maybe $100, $200, something like that now used. You could probably get a pretty good deal on it. It was the first lens I got because it was the only one I could afford the body with my grant when I first went to college. And then I got the other lenses later. But yeah, no, taking pictures of the Lumix cameras is real fun. I really want to. I wish they weren't so pricey. There's like. Because I like taking photographs a lot. I've been doing it more and more over the years. I like whenever I go for walks with my girlfriend, I like taking pictures of the animals and in the forest and landscapes and shit. I'm doing more and more.
Just natural.
Yeah, and it's just see how close you can get a detailed image. Like because it's really cool to go up to a squirrel and just get as close as you can and get a really nice clear photo, and then you put it up on the TV, and then you zoom in because it's like a 5,000 by 4,000 pixel image. These cameras take really high quality images, and you zoom in, you see every strand of fur, and just being able to see something you see every day even closer because you took that good picture is a really satisfying.
No one else is gonna have that picture, and you're the one who took it.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
You get to document that, buddy.
I like that. I would like to make a site sometimes to put pictures. Like take up or something like that someday. But no, that shit's fun. It's also just a good way to practice like composition.
Yeah.
I mean, videos and cinematography and photography is the same shit. The composition is the same rule across both of them. It's just one's emotion, one's not.
Yeah.
So you're still practicing the same thing if you just take a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
It's good to practice, and then it also helps you familiarize yourself with the camera and all the different ins and outs of like ISO, shutter speed, all like really what that affects. Get a feel for, because it's like I just tell you what to put it on and why.
Yeah.
But it's like once you put the numbers on the wrong thing by accident and see what it does in the edit, and then understand physically. It's like you gotta just fuck around and get a feel for it, and it's like a much better than just being told.
Heck yeah.
So don't go to film school. Just buy a camera and fuck with it until you know
it. Don't go to film school. Just meet a guy named James and he'll teach you all the stuff.
If you go to film school, go to a public college that's like
don't go to
private
ones.
School. Private,
they will suck your soul.
Any private
to
art schools are such a scam because art programs don't really have nearly as good a guarantee of getting you a job. And private schools are expensive, and they won't get you a job.
Yeah. They just want your money.
They just want your money. Yeah, fuck them. If you want something like film, I'm not saying all private schools are bad, but like from my experience, if you want a film degree, go to a public college. Like if you're in Nova Scotia, NSCC, it's like an $8,000 course. Yeah,
it's worth it. Because I've told you, I've told this on there. I had an appointment to like go to the school you had gone to.
Yeah.
And they went under a different name. So I was like, oh, this is okay. They just made
they
rebranded
name.
Yeah.
And was,
so we went in, and I was like, okay, so is there any way like I could like sit in on like a class just to kind of like get the feel and
see what I'm signing
up for? And they go, oh yeah, sure, blah blah blah, this and that. And it's like, well, we'll take you around, we'll get some stuff printed off for you, just to kind of help you like get situated and understand the classes and stuff.
Yeah.
And they didn't tell me it was to sign up for the classes, but basically just sign my life away and agree to make the payments.
Because they're right up your butt around that. Because the moment they get your signature, that's $30,000 in the bank.
Yeah, and literally, you know that I'm from a low income family, so like it would be impossible. And like my grandmother was like trying to stress it to me that it's like, don't worry, we'll make it happen.
And I'm like, I appreciate a lot of parents have,
I appreciate that, but I don't want to add that type of stress. I can probably find another place that I can go to, NSCC. Within a day, they were emailing me like twice, and then calling my grandmother and calling me.
And you see
school.
You see what it's really
in
about.
Classes, and I was like, I actually asked to step out of the class to take this call,
and it was them
because it,
like, hey, it
was regarding future classes and stuff. So they went, okay. I went out. I went, hi, like, what can I do? Blah blah blah. And they were like, yeah, we just wanted to know if you signed those papers and like whatnot. And I was like, and I said, just to reassure, what I'm actually signing here. This was for me to sit in on a class free of charge. Just like as like kind of like to the tour, right? Yeah. And they were like, no, that's for you to sign up for the classes and enroll. And I went, well, that's not what I was told when you handed me these papers. And it's like, well, like blah blah blah. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go pursue like another school. Because like I've been given better offers, blah blah blah, this and that. Have a nice day, and I hung up. And you literally got good. Yeah, you literally can get better deals in private schools. Like you'll learn the exact same shit. And the best thing is, I didn't go to any other schools. I've just kind of been learning from this guy.
I just taught you fucking everything I learned from school,
and it's been way more helpful and tolerable.
Well, if I can save you fucking that money.
It's like why do I gotta pay like $5,000 to understand how to twist the focus. Like
you can learn all that shit online too. I mean, it was really valuable having the studio experience and getting hands on with the lights and making videos in a studio, and that was and getting access to like an AF100, a Sony NX, a Blackmagic camera, like all these different cameras in the cage, and being able to familiarize yourself with real tripods, real lights, Kino flows, all that shit, and it's figuring out how electrical works, how much power can you plug into this before you have to find another part of the house to plug it into, and figuring out the breakers and all that. You learn a lot of valuable shit, but you're not learning anything you wouldn't learn at a public school.
Yeah.
Because my friend Josh went to public college, I went to private college, and we came out with the exact same education, and he had a degree that was accepted by more places, and I had a degree that was written off by a lot of places. It's like, what's that?
I remember when you told me that you had like 2 years after graduation to use the studios for like your own purpose and stuff like that to kind of get your portfolio going. Yeah. And they literally were like, unfortunately, no.
Yeah, they took that away.
Too bad, so sad.
Because that was part of the contract, is you can still have access to our studio and all of our gear for 2 years after you graduate. That was part of it. But even though I signed that fucking paper that said that when I enrolled, halfway through my course, again, they changed the name. A different company bought the school and changed it. And they started making changes to the courses, including that one. They rolled back that decision. Even though I signed up for that, I wasn't allowed to use the studio after I graduated.
Yeah, it was a bullshit deal.
I still went in anyway, because I knew some people from the previous year that just let me in. Yeah. And then I was helping them when they were really just kind of
helping you.
We did that a couple of times.
We did that for the canceled sequel to
Meme of the Movie, and then I think we did that for another video, the one where Alex is like interrogation one.
I love that one, and the extended screaming one too. Like that's even better.
God, he just screams for an hour. God, that was a good video. But yeah, I miss that studio, but I don't miss that program.
I thought you were gonna say I miss that studio, but I don't miss Alex.
No, I miss
Alex.
I miss Alex
a whole lot.
Alex originally had a part in the April Fool's video, but it got cut because it didn't. Because there was originally 2 more loops.
Oh yeah.
But the video ended up being like 40 minutes. I'm like, I can't have this go on for.
Let's make a Snyder cut.
No. And it would have just gone on too long. It would have got too repetitious. It would have just dragged on.
It would have turned off a lot of people.
Yeah, and I cut out 2 of the loops, but I combined some of the jokes and a lot of the things I had into a much cleaner, condensed version.
Is that why some of the Granicore ones that we did film were...
I just never finished those.
They're not finished,
and also I thought putting out a video making fun of Cyberpunk is a little outdated now. Yeah. I still want to finish that Cyber Brady video at some time and put it just on Granicore, but I ended up not doing that. And then there's still the PlayStation Move controllers of Burbungus.
Oh my god, that's like a 2-year-old video.
Yeah,
I think.
Still haven't finished that.
Yeah.
It was like mostly done. God.
The Granicore Vault.
Yeah, sometimes you just never get a chance to go back and finish it. Oh god. But sometime I will. Now I got all my Elvis set up, I should just open that sometime. What if I just put funny sounds in over that?
Yeah, no, yeah, just insert a lot of Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts like sounds, and it's not even them talking. It's just normal.
Speaking of which, we didn't do the Gleam Thompson video. I just
God damn, yeah. So there are some.
I'm gonna put that. I'll enter that one. Sitting on. But before I get to that, I want to get cracking at Night Ride again. Cause it's been a while. I got to get back on that horse. Got to get some videos running. Especially because revenue for April was like really bad because they had to do revenue sharing for the April Fool's video, which means
own Note.
So even though I commissioned an original cover of the iCarly theme, it still got copyright struck because you can own the series of notes. It doesn't even have to be the original piece. So they do a thing that's like revenue sharing, where like you get some of the revenue or some. I don't really understand it, but either way, at the end of the day, despite being a long video, so you think you get watch time, I barely made anything off of the April Fool's special, so wow, I guess this is going to be one of my bad months, which is kind of worrisome. You're moving out into an apartment and you got to pay rent, and it's like, oh. But I'm going to get back at it. I'm going to try and get that revenue back up swing for next month. I'll swing back with it. You're pretty
quick to get up on your feet.
I'm ready to make some motherfucking videos, boy. I got my new place. I'm excited. And I got Bionicle, and Quagsire, and Brady.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Quagmire for a minute there, and I was just going to
Why?
go... I was going to
go... That's not a Quagmire sound.
Giggity, I'm Quagmire. I'm gonna get an STD from a dog. Is that what he would say? I don't know. That's probably a bit much for family. Yeah. I don't think I would quite go there. I mean, Brian's a dog, and he...
Hey, Marge, it's me, Peter. Futurama.
Homer, it's me, Dark Simpson. I'm evil.
Dark Simpson.
Dark Simpson instead of Marge Simpson.
Oh my lord!
It's like
Dark
when you go
Simpson.
into the Pit of 100 Trials and Super Paper Mario on the flip side.
Only live and learn.
You see the Dark Simpsons.
Oh my god, the Dark Simpsons.
The Dark Simpsons. They're the evil version. They're the antimatter Simpsons.
Krusty is actually just known as Fuzzy the Clown.
It's like a gender bent alternate reality version called Busty the Clown. He's got a big butt.
Oh my lord! And then when he sits, it's just whoopee cushion sound.
That would be good. Oh, a character that makes a whoopee cushion sound every time they sit. I always want to do a character that, like, whenever every step they take, it's like a deflated basketball boom, boom, sound. Yeah, because I was like walking one time and a kid was like trying to dribble like a kind of shittily, like almost deflated basketball.
I think I was with you.
Yeah. I just laughed my ass off. And then like Mickey Mouse to our sounds.
Mickey Mousing. I love Mickey Mousing so much.
Mickey Mousing. For those who don't know, Mickey Mousing is an audio term that means like when you match the sounds to the movement. So you see that in like Merry Melodies, older like animation.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
like the tiptoe. Yeah, that's Mickey Mousing. Obviously got his name from Mickey Mouse. What cartoons?
We've had that in Granicore a few times.
Oh,
like, Brady's Book Buddy, where it's like. This isn't fun at all.
And the cymbal crashing.
Yeah.
I do that a lot with. I like matching music to movement in videos. I've done that in Granicore or Nitrorad as well sometimes.
Yeah, I still love just doing the Mario 64 camera sounds when I turn my head.
Yeah, I like that a lot. When you showed me that video, I just saw you put that on your Patreon.
Yeah, because like I made something and I was just like. I'll drop it here first, and you guys get to see it. So,
I like just fucking farting. Like, what is this fucking intro?
Oh my lord.
It's fucking funny.
Yeah, I was like, well, how do I start this off? Poop. Shit happens.
Make a video about the bus and playing with headphones.
Bus and playing.
Because that happened to you the other day when you were coming over here. When you were coming to help me move.
Yeah.
Remember the bus?
Oh yes, right.
You gotta tell that story.
I was like, yeah, we can totally make a video of that. And I was just like, oh, you want me to tell the story?
Yeah.
Okay, so the last time I was over here,
probably 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago. What happened to Brady?
I was taking the bus, and so when I took the bus. I was just listening to my music on Bluetooth, and then I connected my headphones, start listening to music, and I look up, and there's this guy who got onto the bus the next stop over, and what had happened?
Why do you keep blue screening?
I don't know. It literally just programs in my head stop. So
I like that you saw me. You like go back to like a default position, looking up there. Sorry, the ceiling's very alluring.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for requesting you. requesting you. So yeah, no, this guy gets on the bus. I'm sitting in the back, like I'm just like
you're like behind.
I'm just like okay, cool. I like to stay in the back of the bus because a lot of people crowd the front, and because I'm in the back, no one's gonna.
In this time of history, you don't want to be around people.
Yeah, it's annoying.
6 feet, please.
Yes, stay away from me. Especially if you take your mask off and you're sitting. It's not a restaurant. We're in a compact cylinder going down the road at 50 to 60 to 80 to sometimes even 100 miles per hour. Anyways, guy boots up his Bluetooth headphones himself, but when they start reading, it's asking me to connect his buds to my phone. And I went, well, I'm not going to get this opportunity ever again, so it's time to be evil, Brady. I connect his headphones to my phone.
What was the name of the device? Did he name it, or was it just?
It said Galaxy Buds.
Okay, so it wasn't. It didn't say like big shitty burger.
So like what I'm going to assume, it was just for Samsung Galaxy S's and whatnot. So he connects his. I connect his headphones to my phone, and as they connect, I start playing Crazy Frog. Shout outs to Nick, our buddy Nick. Yeah. He did that once at a casino. He told it on a podcast.
Yeah, there's an old podcast story of Nick telling a story. I'll put a card right here to where you can get that.
So I start playing Crazy Frog, and the guy kind of like goes, "What the fuck?" Kind of like
why is Crazy
Frog
coming out of my fucking headphones?
And it's not, and they realize it's not connected, so he disconnects them. I reconnect them. And I start playing Crazy Frog again.
No! And was it the same song or different for Crazy Frog song?
No, that was the same Crazy Frog song. Then I played the popcorn one.
Oh my god.
Going, chip, chip, walk by.
Now you start playing through a bunch of ones.
And I'm just trying not to laugh as he's like in the front, like literally going, "What the fuck is wrong with my phone?" Like questioning, like looking around. I'm just going.
Just looking around like, who the fuck's connecting my fucking headphone?
Yeah, and so I'm just pretending I'm like asleep, bouncing around on the bus, and he finally gets to a stop. I watch him rip his headphones out.
You told me you were playing with like the equalizer.
Yeah, yes, the equalizer. I was messing with the trebles and the basses and stuff. And as he reaches his bus stop, he rips his headphones out and he storms off the bus. And as I'm watching the bus pull away and him walking, I'm just going like that.
You do that like out the window at him?
Well, my window was down, so he probably heard me. But yeah, no, I was going Pizza Jace on him with that.
Christ. That is such a fucking evil Brady. You're like literally evil.
See, it's nothing malicious. It's just annoying.
But it's like I would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
There's no you would never get that opportunity again. I'm just gonna ruin this stranger's day. Yeah, like just making this. Imagine sitting on the bus and your earbuds just blast Crazy Frogs. Like you're like, what the fuck is happening?
So trying to be a good Samaritan after that and trying to balance the bad karma.
Oh,
karma. This guy is on the next bus that I have to get over to his place, and so I get on and he's like sitting like near the far back. Like kind of crouched and kind of turned, and he has this Ziploc baggie of like white powder, and I'm like,
oh my god,
oh, this guy got Coke. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's no way he has baking soda. Why would he have baking soda?
No.
He wouldn't have powdered sugar. He doesn't have French toast.
He has cocaine.
So he has cocaine. There was no cola in that Coke. So
that's a granite Coraline. There ain't no cola in that Coke. Then you pour the cola on it.
Oh, if we do Afro Cups.
Oh, but I forgot about Afro Cups.
There's no cola in that Coke.
No cola in that Coke. What if you're all three Afro Cups?
Yeah,
you're gonna grow out your flat top again. Though.
Oh yeah. I mean, we can always just get like a fake Afro wig anyway.
Oh right? Yeah. I could just have an Afro too.
Yeah.
You mean
so?
We get Alex back for some of them. I want Alex back for video.
We need Alex back for some videos.
I think he said he was going to come to visit like sometime late this year. So around then, we got to crank out one or two. I got this place. You just come right over. There
you go. You know how we were talking... Okay, so I know I'm just going off topic right now about the story, but you know we could repurpose that codec call for another video idea we had.
Yes. I didn't even get to finish that thought earlier. Yeah, with that original joke, Alex had a bit where it was a codec call, but it ended up not making sense in the cut. Where they cut out things other two loops. So yeah, that was a codec call with Alex.
And he was just like, James,
that's not the real Brady.
That's not the real Brady.
Yeah. And then he goes, oh.
And then he just cuts off. And like, what the fuck?
Very Alex.
So yes, guy got Coke, no cola, and
oh yeah, this story. We're all over the place.
Yeah, no, we're just trying to get back in the swing of things. Donkey Kong. So no Coke in that cola, or no cola in that Coke, and so he decides, since people are starting to get on the bus, I'm starting to talk like Wild Stinkelberg. he gets up and he goes off to the bus driver and goes, you know what time it is, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, and do you know which, like, route this bus goes on? Like, is it going to stop here, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, no, you just take this and you got to transfer out into this, blah, 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 blah. He goes, okay. He starts walking back and he's like, and he starts asking, there's like this lady who's sitting over in the middle section and then there's me sitting. And he goes, anybody know, like, what the actual time is? Because I just want to make sure. And I'm like, oh, it's like 3:36 or whatever.
He's a good guy. Like, tell the guy that's
yeah, because, like, the woman wasn't going to acknowledge him. She was like, she had her headphone in, and she was just like...
This weirdo guy with his coke in his bag.
Which I don't blame him. I don't blame her. So, I was just like, well, there's not much... I've survived Hamilton. What worse could happen?
That's valid. It's very valid.
So I'm like a Nova Scotia Skeet ain't gonna stop me. I'm part of them, you know.
We're definitely part Skeet for sure.
Yeah. Like being someone in like the Nova Scotia region from where I'm at. Yeah. We just accept that. Like, we're Skeet. We're Skeets.
We're scrappy little gross fuckers that like...
we wear plaid and we drink Tim Hortons.
We wear plaid, we drink Tim Hortons, and we're too loud in parking lots.
We're too loud in parking lots!
You'll be walking to this grocery store, you'll see like a group of 3 people just yelling at each other in a parking lot, like right beside you're like, okay, that's what it's like here. It's great.
Oh my god.
God bless home.
Too many people playing Jack radio.
Jack FM!
Yeah.
The finest country on line.
So me giving him the time was apparently an invitation for him to
start talking for 9 years.
So he starts talking to me for the next like 10 minutes of us trying to get to the mall where I was going to meet with this guy. And so he's talking about the vaccines, the after effects of it, things like that. And I'm just like, well, I have friends who just ended up getting shots, and they got all their shots, and all they really said was there was some arm pain, like from the normal common cold ones, and this and that. It's like, well, yeah, but what about the long-term effects? And I'm like, well, you know what? I'd rather deal with something later than now. Yeah. Because, like, I want to live my life. And if it means that I gotta take a vaccine so I don't get the fucking virus, I want to live my life. Yeah. So I want to live. I don't want my lungs to combust. I'd rather have weak arms than weak lungs because I'm already asthmatic as it is. I want to survive. I want to live. I want to enjoy what bit of life I have left. So I'm just calmly talking to him, being like, just trying to shut him up, and he's just going on about the vaccine and things that have happened and like cases and blah,
all
blah,
this
blah.
Conversation you definitely want to have with a stranger.
Yeah, and then he started talking about like how he's living in a halfway house and how he has to be monitored and stuff, and I'm like,
thanks for opening
that's
up.
Understandable. Yeah, I am not trained for this. And I believe I got off a bus stop early just to get away from him.
I would have done the same.
Yeah. Because, like, I'm like, I'll just walk the rest of it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I'd rather walk a minute without this guy talking to me.
Yeah, it's just going to pull up into the mall. I'm like, if it's going to pull up right by the mall, I don't care. It's like, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, you have a nice day, blah, blah, blah. And I left. And I was like, good Lord, I can't wait to tell James about this.
God, what a fucking bus ride. What a journey. I remember you showed up and you're like, the way here was an adventure, and I was like, okay, I need to hear about this. I think it was a very good story. Oh my god, just that the first part where you're just fucking with that guy's headphones. It's like that was one of the greatest things I've ever heard.
It's the first time I've ever had a sugar rush without no sugar.
when your muscles start vibrating.
Yeah, I was like.
Just the pure excitement from the opportunity that the
like world, you know bowling parties. You know bowling parties. It was like that type of energy. When the radio starts, the music starts going and the glow in the dark happens, and you're eating too much cake, and you're like,
What time does Palladium close?
I wonder if it's gonna recognize my face. It did. Wow.
Amazing. Never recognizes your face because you're black.
Yes, exactly. No, like it is literally that. Like I find that face recognition and stuff like that is terrible for black men like myself because they never recognize it.
I think it's just because like in industries like that, commonly like just people that they test on, it's usually just white people because there's mostly white people in North America. So I think they just kind of don't really think of that for some products. Like I've seen like
North America is a continent entirely within.
I was gonna look up Palladium, but
within the Western Hemisphere.
Thank you. Oh, this is a good song.
I don't think I can put that audio in this because that was definitely a copyrighted song.
Yeah, I rewatched Guardians of the Galaxy again, so it's definitely refreshed my library of music again because like there's songs that, of course, I like. Speaking of Guardians of the Galaxy, since I rewatched those, they still hurt me emotionally. Especially number 2.
The second one really.
The second one really hits because like they've been out for a while. You know, like what happens to Groot. I was like, oh man, that sucks. But like, Baby Groot comes around, that's cool. But like, Yondu is one of my favorite characters, and that hurt me so much. Yeah. Again, I've seen it so many times, and I'm like,
it's just
that's my dad.
It's just the part at the end.
Yeah.
Where it's just like the whole. It's just it's so good.
Yeah.
We were going. We just bounced between like 5 subjects. I was just gonna say real quick that like, I've seen people like not have paper towel dispensers not recognize them because they're black.
It's happened to me. Faucets and like you were in the washroom like with me like
and it would work for me.
The washroom and you're washing your hands and then I go watch this. Look at that.
And then racist. It would work for me.
I was like racist tap.
Oopsie. They really gotta fix that in the future because it's like that's such a fucking oversight.
Apparently it closes at 10 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
We should go there.
You really want to play the Luigi's Mansion thing? Yeah. Mario Kart?
Yeah. Tori's off at 8. We can go.
Alright.
We probably don't have time to go there. Sometime we gotta go there. Because that's open now. They open up Palladium. But Palladium's kind of like round 1 in the US. It's like the Canadian version of that. And I really want to go. You said you went there once.
Yeah, I just went in there to take a look at the arcade cabinets and stuff. And I wasn't disappointed with it because it wasn't like bullshit.
Yeah.
Like they actually had some fine attractions that I want to partake in playing.
Yeah, my nieces and nephews all went there. They had a good time. Not really my nieces and nephews, but they're like. They call me Uncle James at this point, so I'm practically like.
At this point, I'm gonna say like you guys are gonna fall under common law unless you guys get married.
Yeah, exactly.
But like at that point, common law is basically just marriage without the hassle of getting money to put away literally my fantasy like wedding is literally just a rec center and a bounce castle and we just got plates of nachos. Like that's all I need.
Like a fucking like birthday party when you're 6 years old.
And for the barbecue. And for the wedding cake, it's literally just one from like Superstore or Sobeys and it just said, "You did it."
I want like a $10 wedding.
We're gonna go laser tagging for my wedding.
Yo, that'd be a sick wedding. I want a RuneScape themed wedding. Not even
I'll bring all the cabbages. Funny. I'll bring all the cabbages and I'll play Jester music.
What if you had an Oblivion theme wedding where you dropped 100 watermelons on your partner? Or was it watermelons that they spawned?
Hello, weary traveler.
Yeah.
You're about to tie the knot. That's impressive.
I just looked back and it was that face that scared the shit out of me. That was really accurate though. I don't know how you do that.
I just wrinkle my nose. I go, raise my brow, and then I go.
The camera angles changed slightly. It's because the battery died and I just replaced it.
Oblivion. It's a game I've never played, but I want to experience.
Really? You've never played Oblivion?
No, I've never played any Elder Scrolls games.
Not a single one?
No, like the most I've played was the VR that one time.
Oh, Skyrim.
Yeah, Skyrim.
I did not. I don't know if I knew that was your first time.
I picked up Skyrim for the Switch on a Boxing Day sale.
Oh yeah.
So I've just kind of been sitting on that, but since I'm playing Dark Souls and stuff, I haven't picked. Yeah. I haven't gotten any further. But
I don't like Skyrim all that much. I just find it's not really my kind of thing. I think it's a perfectly fine game. It's not really my thing. Same with like Fallout, but like. Oh, Dark Souls! I love Dark Souls. I am almost done playing through Dark Souls 1 on PS4 because my girlfriend really wanted to see that game, so we're playing through it together.
Oh yeah.
And because I played through it on Switch, but I wanted to get all the trophies.
Yeah.
So I don't care all the trophies, but all the ones you can get on one playthrough, beat all the bosses. I like the first Dark Souls game a lot. Yeah, I really want you to see you play more of that.
Yeah. So far, my I guess my conclusion so far, or well, my stance on it is Dark Souls okay.
Dark Souls is like a fun, clunky experience. You kind of fumble your way through that game,
and that's literally what it is. And if you are someone who is constantly backseat gaming when someone says nope, that's what takes away from it.
I streamed Dark Souls 3 before. That was a bad idea. The whole chat was just trying to tell me what the fuck to do, and I'm like, I've never played this game before. Leave me alone. Let me figure it out.
I know a lot of people in streams nowadays are starting to put like in their role boards is like. Please do not backseat game.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm trying to experience this as much as you are. Yeah. If you are more well experienced, that's fine.
That's a big problem with John Wolfe doing a Bloodborne playthrough. Every one of the comments just know it all. It's like, you know, like some pointers, like little, like, okay, for this animation, try to like dodge a little, you know, a lot of people do that, you know, little pointers like that's fine. But like, you missed this and this and this and this, and you didn't even do that, and you it was like, fucking off, fuck off.
Like if I'm looking for commentary, or like input, I usually say in the chat, it's like, does anybody know where to go?
Yeah.
Like what do I do? What?
It's asking's one thing. But it's like I hate this idea that every single playthrough of a game has to be this one perfect thing where the guy who plays it's a fucking know-it-all and just shows where everything is. Not every Let's Play has to do that. You can watch somebody who's never played a game just naturally react to everything that unfolded before them, and that is an entertaining experience. Yeah. And telling them to do it differently because they miss shit is like, shut the fuck up and jump off a fucking cliff into a puddle of fucking mustard, you weirdo. Like, Jesus Christ.
Dipped in pudding.
What?
Like DPS, like when he was like playing Metal Gear, like I think that's like the one where I was like, you deserve to get backseat gamed.
You mean DSP?
DSP.
Yeah, Dark Side Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy's I just call character.
Him Dark Phil Side.
Dark Phil Side.
But yeah, no, he's like, how do I use rations? And I'm like, that used to be a quote I used to use a lot, like growing up, and it was like, I hate that guy.
Yeah, those this is how you don't play Metal Gear videos are classic. They're hilarious. That guy is like, that's the kind of guy who he goes into the game with the I'm going to make fun of this game mindset, and despite all things making sense and him having the context to like,
he still forces himself
he still forces those things for the sake of playing that sort of character and doing that sort of comedy, but it doesn't work. Like, I hate it when, like, you know, people stretch the truth because it's funny, but you're saying, like, it would be funny if it was like that. Like, yeah, when you beat Sonic in this is a common one. When you beat Sonic in the secret rings, you unlock normal controls. That's not true. You don't. It would be really funny if that were true, and people say that, and they want to believe it, but it's not. And I hate people just kind of like, just say what's fucking real. Don't just like pretend the game's bad when it's not.
Information isn't cool.
And that was Dark Side Phil, like pretending the game's bad so he can be a fucking like trash talky, make fun of the game YouTuber when it's like
you're not gonna be Angry Joe. You're not gonna be this guy. I hate everything.
You don't know why that works. Yeah. And he's doing it to games that don't deserve it, and it's like that's not how you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Anyway, but
yeah. Yeah.
Talking about Dark Side Phil in 2021, what are we doing?
Hey, you want to go watch some Ray William Johnson videos?
Oh my god.
Your favorite Martian? Oh my lord.
We've run out of stuff to talk about.
My bagel bites are done.
Shit.
My bagel bites are done.
See you guys. Let's go get some whatever he said. All right.
Oh shit!